How are you enjoying life at Hartlepool?
Yeah, really enjoying it. I think first and foremost, delighted to be back involved in football. Been out 9 months since I left South Shield, so it's been the first couple of months were enjoyable, but then it starts to get a little bit tedious and boring. And so yeah, delighted to be back in and to be given this opportunity to manage this fantastic football club. It's a great challenge for me, and things have started well, and long may that continue. So yeah, really happy.
Sure. Given the circumstances on and off the field here, it's a challenge. What appealed to you about
the challenge? You know, I enjoy a challenge. Never shirk it. I've had many setbacks in my life and always responded in a positive way. And you know, when I applied for the job and looked from the outside looking in, yeah, you know, you read all issues that are going on and off the pitch. You know, I was just solely concentrating on looking at what was happening on the pitch. And you know, results weren't good enough, and where Hartlepool were in the league was not good enough. So you know, I believe that given the opportunity, I can come in and try and turn that around and address it. And you know, we're doing that gradually. You know, things have improved since we've come in. So you know, the challenge. You know, for me, Hartlepool's always been a football league club. I've always associated with them, and that's where they should be, but they're not. And you know, we have to try and get them back there. So you know, it's a challenge, but it's one that I'm really relishing. Still a new manager. I won't say a young manager, but I'm young to the job and new to the job. You know, it's only my second managerial job, so I learnt an awful lot at South Shields, and you know, I bring those experiences here to Hartlepool. You know, I was brought to the club. I haven't brought anyone in with me, so I've come in and I've worked with Lenny and Sweens and all the staff that are already here. So they've made me feel welcome. So I've had to get used to them, not just the players, but also the staff. So you know, there's been a lot that's happened in the last 3-4 weeks. But you know, for me, I've come in here to do a job, and I've been deadly serious about it. I told the players that from minute one. I've come here to get results. You know, they've not been good enough, and it needs to turn around, and something needs to happen. And with the backing of the owner, he's been fantastic to me. He's given me the funds, the licence to go and add to the squad. Yes, I've had to shift a few on, but unfortunately that happens in football. And you know, I'm not afraid to make decisions, and you know, I've had to do that. And at the minute, you know, things are working out.
Yeah. Some of your contemporaries, people like Frank Lampard, Gerrard, Wayne Rooney, have gone into high-profile jobs. I mean, would that have appealed to you, or do you think
it's always a difficult one, isn't it? You know, because if you get offered a big job, it's hard to turn down, and you know, whether you're a success or not. You know, when you get offered a job to manage Derby when you haven't managed at all, you know, it's as long as you get the right people around you and bring the right people in that probably have managed and coached at high levels, then you know, it can be a little bit easier. But it's hard to turn down, I would imagine. You know, that's a question for them guys, but you know, I've certainly come the route that I've enjoyed. Yes, I suppose it was a slight gamble going in at South Shields, because if it hadn't worked out, you could probably say that my managerial career probably would have finished there and then.
People like Frank, Gerrard and Wayne have found it tough. Why do you think they found it tough?
It's when you go to that level, you know, you're so scrutinised. If you don't get it right straight away, you know, the media are on you. I'm not saying we don't have that here, but you know, it's not Championship, it's not Premier League. There's still pressures, don't get me wrong, because you still need to win football matches no matter where you are. But yeah, you know, and don't forget, you know, those guys are high profile names, you know, and I think if you ask Wayne Rooney what went wrong at Birmingham, he'd probably say, I don't know, he tried everything, he had good players. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, I think Frank did well when he went into Derby first, and so did Rooney, keeping them in the league. And then, you know, some clubs are just not suited for the players. So, you know, it can be tough. I just think you're more scrutinised. You know, it's when you're at that level, believe me, you know, even as a player, everything you do, people question and look at. I wouldn't say it's as much down at this level.
I mean, it worked well for you working your way up as a player. Do you think it can do that as a manager?
Well, I hope so. You know, I hope so. You know, only time will tell. But you know, we are heading in the right direction. We're making strides forward. We've got 13 games left now till the end of the season. Now, you know, when I came in, I think everyone agreed we've got to stay in this league. When I looked at the squad and the players that I was able to bring in, I think, you know, we'll be able to do that. Now the next challenge is, why can't we push on and try and achieve a final playoff spot? Why not? You know, we've got to aim for it. I'm not stupid enough to just think, you know, that it's going to happen. There's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of good teams in this league.